Hi folks, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical
Together we are the
therapist.
most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Brad, today we wanted to talk about the absolute best cold pack that you can make yourself, do it yourself. It's we think it's better than gel packs, right?
Oh yeah, and there's a good reason for it. Number one, they're easier to make, they're cheaper, and they work better.
Right. I mean, you always can't.
The big three things.
Yeah,
you know?
that's right. Anytime you can talk about less expense with us, we're happy. We're put a smile on our face.
Especially when it works better.
By the way, Brad, in
Yes.
case you haven't noticed, a couple people wandered
There are
in.
two more people out there.
Hi. In case you are new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos on how to stay healthy, fit, and pain-free, and we upload every day. That's because we're the hardest working therapists on the internet. And if you'd like, just take a chance or take another chance on us and go to Facebook and like us there because we're giving away stuff. We're giving away a couple things this week, Brad, and maybe two things this week.
Right. And not only like us because of that, because we got good information. And the pain-free thing you mentioned, that's what we're talking about here
today.
with the cold pack.
Good segue. I like that.
Exactly. I studied in my English class, you know. Okay, so we should get into it.
Yeah, let's
Cold pack, you know, you need a cold pack. You sprained your ankle, twisted your knee, got a pulled muscle, backache. Cold packs always are used in that first 48 hours. So, and what do? You're gonna have, if you don't have one at home, what are you gonna do?
Right.
Run down to the store and spend $15, $20 on one, or make one?
And it's possible you might have these ingredients at home.
Very possible.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, we're gonna start out with the two simplest ways to do it is all you need is tap water, heavy duty freezer bag with the Ziploc.
It's got to be a heavy duty one.
Yep, it should be. If you just use a Ziploc bag, more chance of it busting loose.
It's gonna crack or
Right,
yeah.
bust loose
Bust
after
loose.
time. I mean, you can if you want to. Okay, so, and then
So
you need
one way
a
is what
cup.
you're saying is just water.
No.
Oh,
If you just use water, it's going to turn into an ice block, Bob.
Sure.
When you try to put an ice block on your shoulder, it'd be like taking this freezer pack from you buy downtown for your cooler for picnics, and you put it on there.
it doesn't really conform, does
I've
it?
had patients use these at home, and I say, oh no, you can use that, but what we have is much better, and they're cheaper.
We want something that's going to envelope your body.
Exactly,
and
no
get
matter
all-
where it is.
Right.
So get yourself a gallon freezer bag. You can use a quart one if you want a small one, that's fine. A cup to measure water
All right.
right out of the tap.
Gotcha.
And then you either use salt, just regular old baking salt, that comes in for your salt in your food.
Sure.
Or you can use rubbing alcohol.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't know you could use salt.
Oh yeah.
This is new to me.
Well, Bob.
Wow. All right.
Well, if we're getting to that, Lonnie brought up a good point. What is the ratio?
Okay.
Okay, with rubbing alcohol. I didn't want to make it in front of everyone here because I didn't think it was necessary to make a mess. But have someone hold the bag open. You can do it by yourself. And put 1 cup of water. 1, 2, 3, 4 cups of water.
4 cups of water.
1 cup of rubbing alcohol. Put it in there.
So 4 to 1.
Right. Get the air out. You got to kind of go like this, and get the air out and zip it shut. And then mix it up a little bit so it all dilutes. And then you take another bag and put it in another bag so you
I
double
see.
bag it. Okay? Then you put it in the freezer nice and flat and leave it overnight or for a few hours. And then you'll have a slush freeze or moldable cold
Sure.
pack. And these,
I've seen these, and I mean, they work really well.
they feel colder than the gel packs. I don't know
Do
if
they
they are.
really?
I don't know if they are, but they feel colder. I've used these. My mother used them. My patients use them. I've been giving this recipe out for about 15 years now, and everyone likes them.
It's an old family Heineck recipe.
Yeah, don't
Heineck family recipe. And here it is.
This is the one I made last night. Now this one I use salt, table
Oh,
salt.
you did?
Yes. The ratio is 12 parts of water to 1 part of salt. So if you're going to use, I used a half a cup of salt.
Okay.
And then 6 cups. So it was a
Okay.
ratio 12 to 1. I did the same
Just
thing.
let me repeat that.
Say no more.
Half a cup of salt, 12 cups of water.
No, 12 to 1. I used a half a cup of salt, so 6 cups
Oh,
of water.
see, I wasn't paying attention.
So yeah, if I use a,
Sure, gotcha.
Okay. Yeah.
Gotcha.
so
So
don't get
6 cups of water versus 1/2 cup
of
of
salt, and
Okay.
you'll get a bag that looks just like this.
Let me feel that.
Yeah. Now it depends on the makeup of your water. You know, if you're having town
Sure.
water and you got a lot of, or you know, of iron in it or whatever makeup is your water, you may have to add a little more water or a little less salt.
I like the blue color on there. This is just like on Breaking Bad, the blue meth.
Yep.
That was the good stuff, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Now what I did, I even put the date that I made it, and I put what's in there so I know, and I bring it out of the freezer in case someone brings it out and they say, oh, what's this?
Now, am I right in saying, Brad, that if you use the alcohol, it's a little more jelly or not?
No,
Oh, it's about the same?
Depends on the ratio.
Okay.
Yeah, I've made these already, it came out, and it's too hard. It's
Oh,
too hard.
really?
Yeah, so then I melt it, put a little more salt or a little more rubbing alcohol in it, and then you'll get your right consistency. But the ratios I've given almost always work.
It's nice about the salt and water. I mean, almost everybody's got that at home, so it's just a matter if they have the bags.
Exactly.
So-
Exactly.
So that's a cool
And double
alternative.
bag it. You know,
Yeah.
I did triple bag one of mine. It depends on, you know, the nice thing about salt and water versus gel packs, everyone's going to break. Gel packs that you buy or you make,
Sure,
no matter what, it's going to
they're
break.
eventually going to break, and
If
they're
you
going to
use-
be a mess.
Right. Matter of fact, I just used when I was in my car driving with a gel pack behind my back. Felt great. And I got off it and it broke. And there was gel stuff all over my
Oh,
back.
geez.
All over. It washed off pretty good though. So I was lucky about it. But if these break, you got nothing but water,
Sure.
a little salt. It's going to evaporate. There's going to be no issue. Now, this is the bonus part. If you don't want to do that, you want to make a cold pack that's going to, for elbow, knee, any part of your body, real fast. Take a cup, either styrofoam or paper. Go ahead, Bob, you got one. And there you go, freeze it. That's water, but it's hard.
Yeah.
Ice, okay? Peel off, go ahead, Bob, peel it off.
Oh.
Yeah, you can't do it. You got to expose the ice.
Upper part.
Yep. Okay. And then you can have some sharp edges, rub it
so
a
you
little
rub
bit.
it with your palm.
Yep. Now, a cold pack will take 15 to 20 minutes is what's recommended to cool the body part down. This, 5 minutes.
Oh, less than that. I mean, you can go 5 minutes, but in,
Right.
in 2 minutes it'll be cooled
Right.
down.
That, I always say 5 minutes. It usually
Sure.
takes a minute to acclimate. And after a couple minutes, Bob is right, it's starting to go numb.
Yeah, these are really good for smaller surfaces.
Yep.
So like
Oh.
we got tendonitis, elbow,
Right.
golfer's elbow,
Yep.
tennis elbow. Really good for shoulders. It works out really good for that.
Yep.
I would say even like if you're having a tendonitis of the knee,
Yep.
works out really good for that because again, it's just gonna.
Now with this, with the cold pack, you should put a piece of cloth like this towel, a thin towel over the body part, and then the cold pack, because you don't want to frostbite your skin.
Right. If you're going over clothing, you'd be
Right,
fine then.
exactly. Any kind of cloth,
Yeah.
anything. But with this, you don't have to do that because there's a layer of water, so you'll never frostbite your skin.
You probably want a towel underneath you because it does start
It
to.
gets messy.
Yeah.
That's what's going on here. And after about a minute to 2 minutes, it starts to kind of snap, crackle, and pop on your skin. It hurts.
Yeah.
But once it gets past that, it goes numb, and then it's good.
And you can usually tell by just taking 2 fingers like this, and it feels like one. That means that
Yeah.
that is it's adequately gotten cool.
Exactly.
So
Then the other option is, Bob, a little more bonus here. If you don't want to go through all that, and these work, they're not as cold, but they still work good. This is a sock, and I poured rice in it. Uncooked rice.
ricin?
Rice.
Oh, rice.
Rice. Like what you eat.
All right,
But
ricin
don't
is a poison.
eat don't use that. Use this. Now put this around your neck, Bob.
Ooh, that actually feels good.
Yeah, and it's soft and it's cushy. You can go in a recliner. It's limited as far as what you can kind of limit.
Yeah, it's not really cold, but it's cold.
Right,
And the bonus of this is you can also heat it up.
right.
Yeah, and
In the microwave.
in the microwave, and we've used this actually. My wife had an ear infection, and she put it on her ear, and it felt.
A warm one.
Yeah, a
Yep,
warm one.
So rice with a sock is a great home remedy that is very inexpensive.
When
and
did
it
you
was-
cool this down?
It was in the freezer all night long.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because it's still pretty cold.
Yeah, I pulled it out. It's been in here for an hour, so it's cooled down a little bit. But they're kind of fun. You can throw it over. You can play catch with your kids with it. And when you're done, you can make rice and eat it. But I wouldn't do that.
You can beat your partner with it.
Yeah, be careful, Bob.
Now,
Why, Bob?
Also, you forgot to mention the red Solo cup.
Yeah, if you use a plastic cup like this red Solo cup,
to freeze ice?
They're really good for drinking out of, but they're not good for this because you can't tear.
Right.
You can't tear it loose. So don't even go this route. I just got that for the big no-no. You know,
Right.
This is the no-no. You know, I can use a plastic cup as available.
Bad boy, bad.
But yeah, you could try to cut it off, but then you got a sharp edge when
Right.
yeah, it's no good.
All sorts of
Yeah.
hazards.
You keep these for drinking fluids. Okay.
Keep your. All right, Brad. I think we've covered everything.
Yeah,
didn't we?
this is a wonderful thing because we always talk about using cold packs.
Right.
But we've got another video.
We'll do another video on when you should use a cold pack versus a hot pack.
Right. Yep.
We should do that soon.
Right.
All right.
Next.
Well, if
No,
you don't,
no, no.
Thanks everybody for watching.